Hello everyone and hi Colonel.
Hi Luda. Hi everyone. How's it going?
So we are standing around and the imps can't shut up and the girls are talking with Arhu, so we had a real time trying to get this episode started. So we're gonna run in here and talk to Ikara as fast as we can.
I'm gonna listen in.
Yeah.
Think I could fly straight to the void?
Oh.
I think I could fly
Can't
straight
listen.
to the void.
You can't listen?
I can.
Okay, good.
All the way up.
So this is our homestead.
Ha! Is that so? It seems I have my share to learn about the magical world yet. The end of time. Well, suddenly your association with Master Zigzags makes sense. Well, I must say, it's no small relief to find myself in a safe haven among such allies.
So do we want to start from the beginning or do we want to go what's next?
Let's start from the beginning, trying to clear things up a little bit.
Yeah, I was thinking so too. We still haven't figured out anything, feels like.
I believe the answer to that begins centuries ago, when your order was still cutting down so-called dark magicians by the dozens. Ours was a family of born sorcerers, you see. It was in our blood to interact with Source, but our parents were determined to curb the power within us. Still, their meekness wouldn't save them from the Source Hunters.
So, yes, as she said before, she is a sorcerer.
Yeah, she used Source to kill Yake as well, so...
I am. But there is more to our kind than they teach at your academy. Source isn't only blood and madness. It's like lightning, an exquisite current of great power. We sorcerers are like metal steeples. Source is drawn to us and it flows through us. But what so many fail to understand is that Source can be controlled. The power-drunk through history have abused it, and all the world's sorcerers have borne terrible consequences.
All? All of them?
Yeah, it didn't really feel like whatever his name was, the big guy we killed in the first map. It didn't feel like I mean, he was a ruler and he was like immortal. I don't know what consequences he had really.
Yeah. Well, the consequences were other people.
Yeah, true.
But I think it seems to me that she's playing with forces that shouldn't really be toyed around with, the Source stuff.
Definitely.
You know what a great
Tell me,
joke.
Source Hunter, in all your hours studying the arcane arts, did your great masters ever suggest that perhaps not all sorcerers were evil?
Well,
Did you ever hear, even once, that some of us were weak and gentle, that we could be simple forest folk healing the sick and frozen each winter?
really?
Way up.
Didn't she just say that all sorcerers have borne terrible consequences?
Yeah, and yeah, a little
That's a nice
bit of
ring to it, doesn't it?
double morals, I guess.
Yeah, she has got something to say, I guess.
Yeah.
No.
You know what a great...
I doubt also that they'd mention that one day this hunt of yours would birth a broken soul powerful enough to inch all of Rivellon toward oblivion. No, that would be going too far and eschewing my own responsibility. I believe Leandra's long fall down did begin at the hands of some of your own order, but it was I who sparked all of this.
So their parents were killed by Source Hunters, then it looks like.
Yeah. What? That's weird.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, it isn't, because she said she was born with this power, so maybe
here,
their
isn't it?
parents had
Are
the
we
power
near
and they were killed by the
event?
Source Hunters.
Yeah, it looks like it goes
Have
like
you seen
down
my
to the
magic
family
bars
members
and
as well.
It's got all kinds of wonders
They
stashed
came in a
inside.
quiet morning. My mother was wild with fright and commanded me to hide myself and Leandra outside, among the trees. Even at that young age, we knew not to question her. We climbed high into the branches of a nearby tree, and before we could look away, our parents were cut down without ceremony before our door. The Source Hunters sauntered away, wiping their blades with pride. 2 more sorcerers dead, a job well done. From that moment on, everything was different. As we trembled in that tree, our fear and our desperation were so potent, that the magic within us began to weave together. Our souls became forged together, our bond unbreakable. We would survive, thrive even within those woods, never speaking to outsiders. Our soul forge meant that if one of us were to die, the other would instantly perish too. We kept one another close. Leandra's capacity was enormous. Source didn't frighten her, and she delved into that dark well with terrible regularity. I did my best to guide her, but she fast outgrew my admonitions.
So they weren't both enemies, I guess. They're enemies now, so they weren't enemies back then.
No. But something happened that turned her, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
My sister and I were mired in a solitary existence, witches among the trees when Zandelor came. Leandra especially couldn't leave him be. He was a feast of information, and she wouldn't rest until she'd absorbed every bit of knowledge he offered. Their days were spent on charms, hexes, and the like. At night, Leandra would wander off to practice what she'd learned, and Zandelor and I would settle into our quiet tasks, side by side.
Wait a minute. So, Leandra's interest in Zandelor was somehow related to the knowledge he had.
Yeah.
So maybe she set Counselor Jake to kill him, promising, to do some quiet tasks with him as well.
Yeah, exactly. Might be, yeah.
We were a content trio, the three of us, but base impulse would undo us.
What do you mean by base impulse?
Here, isn't it?
As you know, Leandra and I were soul-forged. This offered us a window into one another's souls. I knew Leandra had developed feelings for Zandelor, and she knew I had too.
Oh.
Of course.
See my magic we on a good day.
But it was me to whom he confessed his love. Those quiet evenings together had captured his heart, as they had mine. Her heart broke the moment we announced our new attachment, and I felt the pain of it as sharply as a knife. She fled, without a word, and I didn't see her for 2 terrible years. My connection to her, our soul forge, grew weaker. It was as though some third entity, a parasite, were atop our souls, sucking the strength from it day by day.
So,
This sounds weird. Yeah.
Yeah. But apparently we can't ask about that.
No, but I guess we can ask if there's no redeeming your sister, I guess?
I don't think so.
No. Let's see what she says about it, though.
Yeah.
I believe that our soul forge has been damaged. By what? I can only guess. The fraying of the bond between us has left Leandra adrift in a well of sorrow she truly believes will never end. What she needs is a hand. My hand, out of this abyss. If our soul forge is repaired, I am certain she'll cease blazing this path of destruction.
That's something rude to say. She just lost her love interest and you offer her a hand?
Yeah,
That's not...
But it feels like, I mean, she's saying that she needs her hand to get out of the abyss. It didn't work out that good last time you tried to, interact with her, so she's a little bit too confident, it feels like.
If it would be Ikara, maybe it would be different. So, but let's ask how to stop Leandra, though.
Yeah.
We've a single order of business first and foremost. Leandra is gathering an army, and I fear we'll have to get through it if we wish to find her.
She's gathering an army? The Immaculates?
No, it could only be that, right?
Yeah, it feels like it.
But first, we must learn more about Leandra's plans. How many of these so-called Immaculates does she have in her palm, and to what end is she directing them?
Yeah, because we don't really
Your journey must
Yeah.
begin in the Lacula mines,
Oh,
where she
now
has
we
been
know, though.
accumulating materials and manpower for a purpose as yet unknown. The way will be dangerous. Her allies are growing more powerful and numerous by the minute, but we must discover exactly what Leandra is planning and why.
So, we haven't been to the Lacula mines
You know
before,
what,
have we?
Gray? Jokes.
No, we haven't.
I could
That's-
tell a
isn't
joke
there
or
where
two.
Tenebrium is
We on a
mined?
good day?
Yes, it is. It's supposed to be.
Okay.
So probably using Tenebrium for something, I guess?
Aye,
Yeah, it's probably... Could she be making Starstone? No.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll find out, I guess. Let's see. Infiltrating the mines is apparently something we're going to do, so let's see.
A soul forge comes with its own benefits, Source Hunter. Though our connection has weakened, I still see the occasional vision of Leandra's doings, the pangs of her deepest felt emotions, and flashes of her triumphs. One vision. I had thought it was only a nightmare, but now I see it was something much worse. Leandra is collecting materials, precisely what, I cannot say, and is hard at work shaping them into something sinister.
The Void. It must be the dragon.
So she's making the Void Dragon out of Tenebrium or something, maybe?
Could be. Could be,
Jay,
because
Have
it's
you
what
seen
she's
my
collecting,
magic
right?
box?
Yeah, it
It's
feels
got all
like it.
kinds of
If she's in
wonders
Lucola
stashed
Mines at
inside.
least, so...
Yeah. But why?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Her frustrations are rivaled only by her mirth. I can see she's growing closer and closer to achieving something dire. You must make your way deep into the mines to see exactly what she's planning.
Okay.
So should we discuss the Soul Forge? How do we repair it and stuff?
Okay.
I cannot condone the terrible things she's done, but I can seek to understand them. With our soul forge in such tatters, I believe Leandra is adrift in the not at all inconsiderable sorrows of our lives. What's more, I sense a terrible force bearing down upon the bond between us. It is hungry, and it consumes ever more of Leandra's mind and soul. I cannot say exactly what this force might be, but I'm certain it's both driving me out and driving Leandra on.
I think... Yeah, okay, so maybe Leandra...
I wonder how much
She's saying
You
that...
are great. Jokes.
Maybe she has been possessed or something like that?
Yeah, by the Void Dragon again, I guess. Or something.
Yeah, that would make sense.
It feels like she's saying that she's stuck in the sorrows of their lives. So maybe Leandra sees the only way out of it is to destroy the world and everything, destroy everything, put an end to everything.
Yeah, that could
Maybe.
also be it.
I don't know.
If I could only repair the forge, I'm certain she'd put a stop to this madness.
Well, apparently we can't do anything about that.
No. Okay, so we made it this far, so let's just ask about the mines as well.
The way may be treacherous, but you must
All
get
right.
inside. I
Yeah.
fear my sister
Good
is doing
discussion.
something dreadful so far from the light of day.
I'll take my leave.
Tell me,
That's
O
a nice
Weaver,
ring,
Okay.
doesn't it?
if you
And there we
know
go.
all that is
That
past
is a little
and
bit more
present,
insight into
does
what is
that
actually
mean
going
you know
on.
the future
Yeah.
as
But of course, this has nothing to do with our identities as immortal beings. But
Yeah.
I don't really know how that is going to play around.
Do you see the yellow marker on the map? It looks like we're supposed to talk to the Weaver of Time as well.
Oh, okay.
But we must both
Let me
run.
chat to her. Oh, okay.
So let's see, I guess I met Leandra in the realm of Hyberheim. That is the new one, I guess.
Yeah.
Leandra. She desires to be Mother of the Void.
Yeah, we're right.
But you have the power to undo her born-in-blood litter. Though they be baptized in blood, you can cleanse the Starstones still, and use them to thwart their grim queen.
Ask her about the rooms as well. Maybe she has something new.
Threads I weave and tales I see.
Is this new?
All will I
I
tell.
don't know, I don't remember.
I
But
don't
it's a
think
lot.
So. I don't think it is. I think we asked this. No?
Yeah, I know, I agree with you. I think we have asked this before.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Way up.
Alright, I'll take my
Okay.
leave.
Then, but it could be Aru.
It could be her as well, yeah.
Let me ask Aru.
I hope your quest fares well, dear hunter.
So, I have learned about the relationship between Zandalor and the Witch Sisters. You told me you had no idea who the stranger in the inn could have been.
Ah, yes, that was a small fib on my part, I'm afraid. Zandalor is known as the Keeper of the Source, after all. And I didn't know how Source hunters would react to my association with such a colorful character.
So basically, he didn't trust us.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I guess that's all?
Yeah, I think so.
Are we near
No, there's still the white marker here.
Yeah.
Weaver of Time.
Maybe it's just,
There
yeah, it's a
are
visual
quite a number of
thing. It's not
imps here,
updating, I guess.
My most honored guest.
Let's see. More questions I have for you.
Ask, and I shall answer, if I can.
To the void?
I think we have asked all of this before, haven't we?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's done. Well, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We have a portal to attend to.
Yes, we do.
Yes. And it was floating before, but now it's not anymore. And that rhymed. It wasn't intentional.
But it was good. It's more
more or
down
less.
to earth now, this Hall of Darkness. Oh, Hall of Darkness, that sounds...
And there's the Dark Underlord here.
Yeah.
Well, aren't you going to leap
No, we're gonna
through?
talk to the Dark
Who
Underlord
knows
first.
what wonder awaits you? Well, aren't you going to leap through? Who knows what wonder awaits you?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Well, aren't you going to leap through? Who knows
Yeah,
what
sure, you
wonder
can have our
awaits you?
permission, I guess.
No, that hoity-toity historian thinks he's so much better than us demon thralls just because he was never actually enthralled by demons. And yet he's no more than a lackey to the gods, isn't he? What's the difference?
Do we want to listen to the story of these guys?
Yeah, Zigzags told
Aren't you
us that
going
it
to
would be a
leap
little bit
through? Who
lengthy.
knows what wonder
Yeah.
awaits
So,
you?
yeah, not right now.
I'll take my leave. The darkness sounds more
Appealing.
exciting, actually, yeah.
Aren't you going...
Okay. Ooh, okay, there's bones here.
Bones, yeah.
Nothing.
I
Lots
sense
of
an
bones.
eerie presence here.
Yes. Like creepy crawlies down the spine.
Demon, yeah, there's a demon down there. And there's another demon.
You do not disappoint. I knew you'd come this way. Room by room you encroach upon this territory, willfully torn from time. No, you do not disappoint. Something much more harmful still. You excruciate beyond all thinkable bearing.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, I don't know.
You have our thankfulness, our eternal gratitude, the acknowledgement of the void. So why do you fight us? Why do you stand against the promise of oblivion? Relent, Guardians, relent. You did your duty long, long ago. Do not undo what had to be done.
Okay, so they know again. These guys know about us. It's like the other ones.
I did
Yeah.
my duty. I wonder what he meant by that.
Yeah,
And
my
I wonder
character
why
is dumb.
we had the thanks of those that long for the end of time.
Oh, that's right. So they.
Yep.
Maybe we didn't do our job well, knowingly. Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Oh god.
What?
I got a heavy arbalest, two-handed. It's a crossbow.
Is it good?
Well, it is. It takes 13 AP to attack because it's +8 due to level difference.
But is it a special one, like a epic or legendary?
Nope, it's a common one.
Oh, okay. So it's probably not gonna be good enough.
No.
But yeah, it's higher level one.
Yeah, but I sent it to you so you can keep
Yeah, I
it
saw
around.
it. I saw that. I mean, it could be good for a single shot, but
Yeah.
yeah, the
What is going on here? There's an ancient diary over here.
Moloch. We've heard of this guy before.
Have we?
I'm pretty sure so. Moloch,
Yeah.
I remember that name.
Yeah, if you remember it, probably heard about it.
Let me read this diary.
Alright.
My friend and ally, my burden is insurmountable, it seems, and I have no one to share it with but you. Isn't that a strange thing? I have it all. I am a ruler of worlds, and yet it means so very little to me, if anything at all. I cannot seem to stop thinking about her. If I see her fall over and over, I see it strike her down. It saw an opening, and it struck so very quickly because of us. We feared, and so we failed. Yet never have we said these words aloud. Has time come? Okay. I think they fought the... What? They failed? We have a log
Failed
update.
her, at least. I don't know.
Maybe. So the general laments that though he has all that he ever wanted, this means nothing to him because of an earlier tragedy in which the unnamed woman from the previous letter fell to the ominous it. Okay, so this might be before.
Yeah.
You want to talk to the demon?
Yep.
But you've changed quite considerably, I see. Yes, the divine is but a glimmer in the farthest reaches of your gaze. Well, perhaps I can help you. One of your kind ought to be a bit stronger of arm, a bit quicker of wit after all. And we are all counting on you, sir.
So I can't buy anything, so what can he offer us?
Yourself redone, of course. Your very parts and pieces reorganized into something simply better.
Oh god, okay.
So I guess some improvement of either attributes or abilities.
Yeah, so let's see what happens. Yeah, let's see what... Whoa.
I think I would like that more with my for my abilities.
Okay.
Because I kind of wasted some on my bow and crossbow. So I think that would serve me a little bit better.
So I'll take my leave and you go ahead and do it instead?
Yeah. Do save the game before, though, because I'm not sure if I might screw it up.
A pleasure to see you again. Yourself
Okay, so
redone,
I will go
course.
with ability points.
I'd quite like to help you, my friend. But unless you've got a mark of talent to spare, no deal can be struck.
What mark of... What is that?
So I guess if you have a point in talents and you save that one, you can exchange that point for let's see.
Oh, okay, I understand.
I think so. But
right.
let's see what happens if you try to redistribute, because maybe you can do that instead.
Oh, that's right. But I think we should do this off camera, though.
Might do that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll come back. So, do you want to ask him anything else?
I think we can only ask him to tell him about it himself, so, well, let's do that.
My autobiography will hardly serve you. What's far more relevant is what I see in you. Quite crucial, your survival, isn't it? And you do seem such a reasonable sort to boot. There's very little pleasure greater than dealing with a reasonable sort, I find.
All right.
That is that, I suppose. Very cryptic as usual.
Yep.
Probably way more interesting to those that understand the full span of the story of the game.
Yep. So let's see. Log updated. Okay, good. 6x is running away again.
Oh, I know what. Let's ask the Weaver of Time about this guy. And see if she has anything to say about it. Because if she has, I'm pretty sure we haven't asked about the other ones.
Oh yeah, that might be right.
Okay.
The Lady of Time.
Zigzags is now sitting with him.
Oh.
I am your biggest fan, dear lady. Could I get your autograph?
Oh, and then the imps all behind us.
There are quite a number of imps here, my most honored guest.
You don't say. So let's talk about the rooms.
Threads I weave and tales I see. All will I tell.
Yes, there it is. Okay, so we have not asked... I don't think we have asked all these questions.
No.
So I'm gonna ask about the latest one. It seems a demonic creature is roaming these halls. It recognized me. Do you know why that is?
He is the instigator. He is the beginning of all ends. The birth father of death and void. Be wary of him. I know not what is fear, and yet, afore him, I tremble.
I think that's where we heard his name from, Molokor. Leandra might have spoke of him.
Yeah.
Also, I met a strange woman in one of the other rooms. Can you tell me more about her?
She is one whose history is shrouded in darkness. She is more than a woman, though less than a goddess. She knows you. You have wronged her. She is part of the end, though she longs to be part of endlessness.
I discovered a great hall beyond one of the portals. Can you tell me more about it? That's the first one that we saw, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
The threads tell me that once... Oh, how many eons lie hidden in so small a word. Once, you strode across that hall in shining armor, a sovereign to all who beheld your might. I can clearly read that armies you have led, demons and dragons you have conquered, that you have ascended.
Yeah, we heard this before as well.
Yeah.
But how can this be now that you stand before me a human, a mortal? How far has your soul fled from the being it used to be? New threads, more threads we need.
I guess so. The second room we went to, there was 2 bedrooms, I think, was there
Yep.
one. Do you know who it? Yeah. Do you know who it belonged to?
Can the answer be anything but you?
Yeah.
The threads say that you slept there, you both did, until the vigil of day and vigil of night called you away. Duty. Never did you waver from your duty, never? I cannot be certain. Perhaps, just once, you failed.
Yeah, we heard that right now.
Yeah, I guess that's what the letter was about this time.
So tell me about Moloch, the demon that inhabits one of these halls.
Moloch. I know of him. He has a kind soul. In as far as kindness has least to dwell within the confines of a demon's body. He is kind in that he is honest. For that which you give, you will receive something in return with no strings attached. No unpleasant threads for me to weave.
I guess that's good enough.
Yep.
You saw the fear in his eyes. The incomprehensibility of death and defeat. And so you took pity on him. He hasn't forgotten your kindness and became somewhat kind in return.
Oh.
A demon redeemed.
Really? We did that?
Yep.
Before she said that he wasn't always so. That he was vicious in nature. But during the Great War on Chaos, he, supposedly immortal, found himself on his back with your sword halfway down his throat.
Say,
Okay.
have you seen my magic box? It's got all kinds of wonders stashed inside.
That's
What
not
do you
what
hear?
the magic box that I was talking about.
Ah.
A portal revealed a plane of fire where an elemental resides.
I know of him. The tapestry tells me all it can. And I know he knows you. This aspect of fire served you. In fact, he serves you still.
That is right.
He stood by your side on battlefields large as cities. Together, you overcame foes beyond comprehension.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was the portal of fire.
Yeah.
But we also went to the portal of winter.
The son of frost. How mighty he was. A giant that lived for war. He and the aspect of fire. What enemies they used to be. But you sealed their allegiance and their friendship so that together, you could overcome. Overcome the dark that was spreading.
With both of them, and probably with the other 2 as well.
Yeah.
And we also met a woman at last,
here, isn't
who
it?
calls herself the Teller of Secrets.
Event.
What's her story?
Her story is the story of 1,000 tales. She has traveled the celestial sphere that is Rivellon more extensively than even the historian has. Once upon a time, her favorite words, she was of incalculable importance during the wars against the Void Guards that threatened the creation of the gods. Wherever they hid, she found them. What plans they thought most secretive, she knew them. Teller of Secrets is her title, for in her world there are none.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's no surprise that she knows about her.
Nope.
Okay, I guess that's all.
Yep.
So, where to next?
I do think actually that this might be a good time to stop because we're closing in on the end time.
That's right.
We've had like 2 episodes of fighting before this, and this time we had a episode of talking. So I guess it evens out a little bit.
Yeah, it's
Tell me,
fine. With all the imps being very, very rowdy all the time.
Past and present. Does that mean
Oh boy.
you know the
Well,
future as well?
if that is that, that is that.
no.
We hope you guys have enjoyed it.
I can
And I
predict
guess we'll
with a
see
degree
you
of
next time.
certainty,
Bye-bye.
But I cannot speak of what is to come unequivocally.